And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2017 YugiTuber Grand Championship. In this match, we have Heisen Wolf, who is playing Yang Zings, going up against SimplySlimYGO, playing Yosenju Demise. And with us for this commentary, we have none other than Nim Nim.
Hey, what's going on? So, are we actually seeing Yang Zing? What the heck is that deck that's right in front of us?
Yeah.
What is that?
So, there is Yang Zing in this. I guess there's also DDD as well, so I don't know, what Heisen Wolf is playing, but, I mean, there's definitely Yang Zing in it, because he has the Yang Zing path in his hand. So, this is some... I have no idea.
Hybrid stuff. I don't know what I'm looking at.
I don't know. But also want to give the shout outs as always to MST TV for hooking us up with the intro and the logo. Check out his channel in the description below and make sure you give him a sub. So yeah, I don't even know. But with Heisen Wolf having two solemn strikes in his hand, I mean he's pretty safe to really just let Slim do something with his obviously he hasn't always playing Yosenju's yet, but now he does, because he just drops the comma 1, but at this point he can just strike any of the effects and pretty much just end the chain, so it looks like he's choosing to do that here. One thing I do want to talk about while the strike resolves is that Heisen Wolf is actually our first, I guess, secondary English-speaking competitor. He's actually a Spanish YugiTuber from Mexico, which is really awesome, so I'm really happy that he... decided to participate in the tournament this year. YugiTuber Grand Championships going international, everyone.
What is the DD guy? What is that? What purpose do you think he serves in the deck besides being a scale, I guess?
Well, Copernicus's effect is like Armageddon Knight, so... But I don't know if it's strictly for DD monsters. Maybe because it's a scale, he has like Zephyras or something. I don't know why that's in there, but maybe he'll show us why a little bit later. Who knows? Strangest
thing ever.
Yeah.
And Speedroids too. I'm just really confused. I don't know. It's an interesting list.
Well, I don't think the Speedroids are too uncommon, especially because of their ability. Like, Red Eye Dice's modulation ability with its levels really strong, especially with Yang Zing. So I think that makes more sense to me than, Savant Copernicus, I guess.
I don't know. I'm really curious to see how this ends up, though.
I just think this is a weird matchup because Yang Zing's play so slow, and, Yosenju just kind of want to blow you out. But the thing is, they kind of are going to have a difficult time doing that because the Yang Zings are just going to float into one another. Second strike hitting the comma 3 there, which just...
Jeez, that's just slowing him way down.
Yeah.
Slim's just trying to get something rolling.
He's like, I just want this one monster to hit the board so I can dump my whole hand. Ooh, the Twin Twister is a good pickup. Especially considering it's, Yosenju Demise is known to play stuff like Drowning and, all the good Mirror Forces. And he actually hit a Card of Demise in a Dark Hole, so...
Card of Demise being set, that's a fun little bluff. So maybe that gives away the fact that the rest two cards in his hands are, monsters. So...
Or he could have another Card of Demise and he didn't really care about setting one.
Very true, that could be.
Yeah. I mean, that's just unfortunate, though. But, I mean, if he did run into a Drowning Mirror Force, that's probably the worst thing Yang Zings could run into. Which is not target removal.
That'd be really unfortunate.
So here comes Denglong, making its first debut appearance in the tournament. I was going to say, when's the last time you've seen Denglong?
Oh, God, it's been 5 ever. I've never seen it, actually.
5 ever. Slim has the warning, though, so he's given Heisen Wolf a little bit of payback now. So now this would be the opportunity for Slim to completely turn this around, depending on how his hand is. Into the Void, interesting.
Man, he's digging for something.
Yeah, into the Upstart Goblin.
What's pretty nice, though, is I guess, isn't Yosenju, you can, discard your hand first and then return them to the hand?
Yes, so the way it works is you can resolve Into the Void. In the end phase, you can choose how to resolve your end phase effects. So you choose to resolve Into the Void first, you discard your hand if you have anything left, then return all your Yosenjus to hand afterward.
Now, see, then it works out for him.
Yeah, it does. It looks like he got 2 Yosenjus on the board, so I'm guessing that other card's probably a back row.
Well, can he set it with... Yeah, he can set it still.
Yeah, he can set it. He's not restricted from doing that. And he's going to lose his hand anyway, so he might as well.
Looks like we didn't see Copernicus. Is that its name? Do anything?
Yeah, Copernicus is still in his hand, just chilling. I really want to see what this Copernicus is for.
Me too. I'm genuinely confused.
I want to see if this is some really
between
cool
confusion and I don't know. It's just really odd.
Yeah. So exactly as we said, the Yosenjus are back in hand. Draws into a 7 pillars, which really isn't going to do him a whole lot of good right now. He's contemplating setting the Copernicus because he just wants to mitigate damage. He'll actually die next turn, I think, if he doesn't. Because Sujik is on 2k, and I believe comma 3 is 15. So, desperation set from Heisen Wolf here. Ooh, and Slim draws into the comma 1.
Oh, there you go.
So this is
comma 1's the one that bounces monsters, isn't it?
Yes, it bounces monsters. I'm not sure if it has to be face-up monsters or if it's just a monster in general. But
I don't know. That's actually really important to know too, because if it's only like face downs, is that what I'm saying? If it's only like face ups, then it's going to be actually hard because then the Yang Zings are just going to keep floating into each other.
Yeah, an interesting choice to going to Abyss Dweller here. I mean, it makes sense because he's probably thinking it's a Yang Zing, which makes perfect sense. So it's just, I think that's actually the correct play, even though he had the opportunity to go for game. But, I mean, if you're going against Yang Zing, you could be running into potentially a Yang Zing plus a Yang Zing creation, you know? So that, and then that just pretty much gives all the advantage back to Heisen Wolf, if not more.
So looks like Abyss Dweller comes down there, so...
Yeah. Ooh, the Solemn Strike. The
just
third
a turn
strike.
too late, you know?
Yeah. But he has the... I don't know if he can activate the path. He has the Danglong and the Suwani. I don't know if he has a third one, though. Interesting. I think Slim's contemplating if he wants to use Abyss Dweller right now in the... I don't know if we're in the standby phase. Oh, we were in the draw phase. Okay.
Well, there's really no reason to use it, you have to think, so... And there comes the concede.
That's the GG right there. So, looks like Slim is going to take game 1, going straight into game 2. Really love it when these players cut out the side decking for me. Makes it easier. Makes it easier for the viewers, too.
Look who's in hand. The one Maxi.
Well, Maxi against Yosenju's actually doesn't really do anything because they all normal summon each other out. So he's only going to really be able to 1-for-1 that.
Kind of a weird thing to keep in the side deck, then, I guess you could consider.
I mean, maybe depending on Heisenwolf's side deck, he might not have any other options.
Could be. I don't know.
But I don't know. I mean, Heisenwolf's hand looks really good here. Terratop, Maxi, you got a Chiwen, you got Pillars. This is a really good hand.
What kind of level 7 synchros does Yang Zing play?
They play Yazi, which is level 7, and immune to targeting effects. They play... I'm really trying to think. They might play Black Rose. I mean, they can play like any generic level 7 synchro.
Black Rose. Black Rose could be... No, Black Rose isn't that helpful. I was going to say.
It could potentially
these things don't stick on the board.
It could blow out all of Slim's back row.
That could be true, but it doesn't look like there's going to be much as we already see a lot of monsters on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, you could use the Yang Zing monsters to make Black Rose during the opponent's turn potentially.
Yeah,
so
that could be a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not really sure. I mean, we'll probably see Heisenwolf's extra deck when he tries to go in there. So, but Yazi for sure is probably in his extra deck if I had to guess.
Oh, and there comes the Abyss Dweller. And
I really like that.
Abyss Dweller's crazy in this matchup just because. Like, you would think, like, if there wasn't the ability to, like, float into the monsters or anything, there wouldn't be any chance that he'd have to survive.
Yeah.
So that pretty much just stops him outright. I don't know why he didn't bother to drop the Maxi to get a free draw. That's probably the only draw he'd be able to get this matchup with Maxi.
He probably wasn't thinking Slim was going to go into the Dweller. Because, I mean, turn 1 Dweller's pretty aggressive, because if that just gets blown out, like, you lost your only Dweller.
You got to think it probably wouldn't be that much better turn 2 anyways either. If he did drop the Maxi and like stop Slim from making Dweller, he could have just made it on the same turn. But no, he would actually have Solemn Warning to back it up and everything.
I was going to say, but he probably hedged his bets and just hoped that if I make the Dweller now, it's not susceptible to something like Warning or anything like that. So, I don't know. But he's using the effect of Red Eye Dice to make itself level 4. So now he's
going into an 8?
I'm sorry, he made the Terratop level 4.
The Terratop level 4,
I apologize, yeah. So now Danglong comes down.
I'm still trying to see what he can do here against this Abyss Dweller. It's just a pain to get around.
Well, I mean, he really just needs to get out of Suwani at this point to run it over. But, I mean, I know, Slim has traps, obviously, but...
Did the dice special summon itself, or is it a normal summon?
I believe it was a normal summon, so unfortunately he wouldn't be able to play the Suwani this turn.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he does have a way to out it.
He's not going to even go for that
pillars
play.
instead, which is, I mean, still pretty good.
Yeah, that's the Solemn Warning, right?
Yeah, that's basically it's basically like the Infernity Barrier.
Yeah, so if he activates Abyss Dweller, I guess he could just chain that and stop it from going.
And I mean, Denglong has 2,800 defense, so
Yeah, that is a big booty.
Slim's
So
gonna need something really big or just some sort of spot removal just to clear it. And having to play through 2 pillars and a warning, like, good luck.
that's a lot to work around. Yep.
Yeah. So comma 1 is a
Totally.
way to out it, but not knowing what the back row is, obviously.
There's obviously a lot to work around. I don't know why he just didn't snap flip the warning at that point.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice because, I mean, you knew he had the 1. Maybe he was trying to see what else Slim was going to do. Like, maybe he wanted to... Ooh! Creature swap! Whoa! Okay. I mean, unfortunately, this is going to get negated, but, I mean, I like the spice.
Wait, question. Does the pillar tribute one of the Yang Zings?
No, you just need to control the Yang Zing.
Okay. I was going to say if it tributed, then...
You destroy it. Instead, it's not a tribute, it's destroying, which makes sense for a Yang Zing monster.
That's still equally as bad, though, because Abyss Dweller is just gonna...
No, because Denglong triggers. All the Yang Zings trigger off of pillars.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's why tributing versus destroying matters. So he's going to chain the Denglong. He's going to special summon probably the Suwani because it's the biggest attack.
Question, though. Is it a cost to destroy it, or...
No,
is it
it's add the resolution of the effect. So if you negate the effect, then you destroy a Yang Zing monster.
Okay, so can you target the same Yang Zing monster twice? Could he like go? Okay, because the scenario I thought of was could he go like, or is Pillar a counter trap?
Pillars is a counter trap.
Okay, that makes the huge difference.
Yeah. Ooh, the Twin Twister's pretty good here.
Hey, Maxi's finally getting his use.
So what are we getting? Ooh, a Quaking. And a Storming. Wow.
Both really good cards against matchup. And of course he's going to be able to get over it with Suwani here. So it looks like we might have a turnaround here in the game.
Now this is nuts because he could summon the Chi-Wen and most likely Slim might just Dweller at this point. And he's not actually. But...
It doesn't look like it can do anything though. Maybe he just kind of realizes, it's just going to die anyways.
Well, yeah, I was just expecting him to do it just out of preemption. Now at this point he can just 9 pillars and destroy it. And then, but he's just, I guess there's no real reason to burn it because he can just attack over it anyway. Because he would just lose a monster if he did. But now he's free to just go ahead and go into Denglong and do some fun shenanigans. So,
grab another pillar, perchance?
Possibly. It's either that. He did use, yes, he used his normal summon this turn, I think.
Yeah, I think he normal summoned the Chi-Wen. He normal summoned the Chi-Wen, I believe.
Oh, the Chi-Wen, you're right. Okay. So now he has creation, so now things are definitely going to speed up. And now he can trigger the Yang Zing path, return 3 Yang Zings, and draw 2. That card
there
is
you go. Now he's cooking.
Double Dark Hole.
Man, what is this side deck? Like, we're seeing Dark Hole in the side and in and everything. What is the point? Like,
well, double Dark Hole and Yang Zing is amazing just because you trigger everything. So.
Oh, I mean, I guess I didn't think about it that way, but I'm thinking against the matchup, like, that's...
Yeah,
doo-doo.
Against Yosenju, I guess it's a little bit weird, but I think because it just triggers your own cards, you don't care.
It's like Slim didn't draw anything at all.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Tragic, yeah.
I think at this point... God, that Denglong's 3,300 defense right now. I'm really curious if Heisenwolff can really advance his game state at all. I don't really think he can. He needs, like, another monster at this point.
I don't know. It just looks like they're kind of at a standstill here.
Yeah.
I'm curious what's in Slim's hand still that he's digging.
He goes for Into the Void, so he's going to lose his whole hand this turn one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
Duality. Okay, that's going to change things.
There we go. That's a good card.
Yeah.
Well, and here comes the pillar.
Ooh, the 9 pillars on the Duality. I actually like that because it's kind of a weird card to hit with a negation effect. Mm-hmm. But at the same time...
But he kind of...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, at the same time, he made like a read that Slim didn't have anything to start with because he didn't play anything on his last turn.
Right,
so
exactly. Like, Slim's desperate at this point, and I think Heisen Wolf is honing in on that. And, I mean, not only that, he's also going to just get everything off of the creation, too. So he's gaining so much advantage right now. And he has the Chi-Wen, so he could sync now and make a Boxia during Slim's turn. So he's in a really advantageous spot right now.
I would not be surprised to see Game 3 at this point.
Yeah, this is really looking like Heisenwolf's game. We see the Tenki come down. Now...
I don't think that's going to do too much, though.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, Slim is just totally screwed at this point because he's gonna
I think
search.
that'd be
He's gonna
the only
search
monster he
something.
gets.
Yeah, he's gonna get a monster, and then he's gonna he'll be able to add it back to his hand. But Heisenwolf has the warning, so I mean that doesn't even matter at this point. Ooh, Herald of the Arclight. I like it. Just for the extra negation.
Just being extra safe, you know.
I think it's pretty strong. I mean, because then he can just.
I mean, I still consider this game kind of over already though, because the
agree.
warning's already set in the back row.
Oh, absolutely.
He's got the I don't know. I think maybe that was maybe the incorrect play to like make a guy like that, because he should like try to like put on more aggression, and losing one of the Yang Zings is
So
gonna
I
stop
think
that.
maybe Heisenwolf was thinking to possibly negate something like a card of demise if that was in his hand.
Oh, that'd make a lot of sense. Yeah.
Maybe he wanted to preempt whatever else Slim had in his hand that was a spell or trap, which I think is a very good call, because at this point he's top decking, and if you're top decking with Yosenju, like Pot of Duality is a good fucking top deck, but yeah, Heisenwolf's just not even letting him have it. Yeah. Arclight's just going to negate it, and Heisenwolf
Slim is still trying, you know?
Now, there's the Dark Contract with the Gate. Again, with the DDD synergy. I'm
like, is it like, okay, is it like he plays 2 DDD cards. What? I'm so
Interesting.
confused.
Okay, so actually, I think I get it now. So Copernicus can dump Lamia, and Lamia is a tuner that's basically like Glow-Up Bulb. So maybe he plays it just for the way the ease of access to get to Lamia and perform.
Oh, and it makes Denglong, doesn't it?
Right, it makes Denglong. So that actually makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like I wonder how many of the contract he plays. Then he has to play like 3 contract.
He played 3 contract, 1 Copernicus, 1 Lamia. It looked like.
Oh, that's a very kind of Brilliant Fusion-esque engine, if you will.
Yeah.
Like if you draw into one of the pieces, it just sucks. But
I mean, the only bad thing you can draw. I mean, you don't really have any bad draws, because I guess you just have to burn your normal summon, which is the only drawback, I guess.
For what, Copernicus?
Yeah, you either have to burn your Copernicus, or you just hard summon the Lamia if you draw it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Lamia seems like the worst draw in that scenario. But wait, can you get
Right.
Copernicus's effect off of just normal summoning it and Armageddon Ignite?
Yeah, so that's the thing.
But
you
you don't have a contract then.
So
I don't
now
know,
we
it's
see
very interesting.
Chumbara hitting the board now, and Chumbara is going to be able to do a lot of damage here. This is actually going to be game.
I actually couldn't even tell you. What does Chanbara do?
So Chumbara can make a second attack during each battle phase, and then it gains 200 attack each time it attacks.
There you go. That's relevant. That
Yeah.
won him the game.
Exactly. I mean, it does the damage, and it's a level 5 as well, which, as we've seen, Heisenwolf's basically playing level 5 turbo synchro here. So game 3.
Another weird choice to keep in the main deck. Does it stop the normal summon chains?
Yeah,
with
so
Veiler?
effect Veilers will negate the effect, so it'll stop the chain essentially. Debunk coming out of the side.
Debunk, that's wild.
When was the last time we saw that? Oh my
Jeez.
god. I'm thinking like hat formats.
Man, throwback.
No. I like the Veiler though. I mean, it's a tuner too, which is good. So you've got
It's a lot better than Maxi, I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. It's got a lot more synergy outside of that. Plus, he could also negate something like Dweller during Slim's turn. I think that's pretty strong. Or any extra deck monster he decides to go into. So,
I guess opening the Suwani was also just as powerful, because he's going to make Dweller here and then be able to punch over it.
oh yeah, Suwani's definitely the better. Wow, so Slim
Oh,
not
no
going into the
Dweller.
Dweller.
Not taking the risk. Maybe that like gives information though to Heisenberg that Heisenwolf, excuse me, Heisenberg.
Heisenberg.
Like to Heisenwolf that maybe he doesn't have back row to protect whatever he would bring out. So
That's
that
possible.
information could be valuable.
But this will be good though, because I mean, anytime you open with Terratop, you're in a pretty good shape. So he's going for the red-eyed dice. We've seen this before. He's just going to normal that, probably going to Denglong, assuming he doesn't just get wrecked by any back row that Slim has.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't look like Slim's had an opportunity to activate anything though.
Yeah,
so
it's just gotten Twin Twistered every game.
Yeah.
Okay, so Denglong hitting the field. Interesting enough, even if Slim didn't have anything, I mean, he has the instant fusion. So he could potentially go into like a second Denglong if he wants. Searching the 9 pillars. Now we get to take a glimpse of his extra deck. Oh, he also has the Siegfried. That's nice. Okay, yeah, so yeah, he has Black Rose and Yazi as his level 7s. Like
Yazi's a really powerful level 7. I don't know in this matchup necessarily because the Yusenju thing just kind of bounces it back.
I believe... Actually, yeah, it can't be targeted by opponent's card effect, so it can't...
Oh, is it a targeting effect?
Yeah,
it is. That's pretty crazy, then.
Yeah.
That'd be really good to bring out. Just drop it, and I don't see how you could lose.
Yeah, I thought Yazi was just immune to like spell and trap effects that target, but it's actually all effects that target, so...
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so Norden hitting the board now. Probably going to bring back that dice, but no, he's looking at Terror Top.
Terror Top would be an odd option. I don't know. He already used his normal summon this turn, didn't he?
He did. He summoned the dice. So I'm thinking...
Strange.
Well, he does still have Denglong's effect as well.
What is Danglong? It's like...
So he's going to send a card to the graveyard.
I don't... How does that help him, though? That's the thing.
Well, no, and then it allows him to...
Oh, does it turn into a tuner or something? Or is it just a base tuner? What? I'm so confused.
It has some effect that allows him to do that. I don't recall like the specifics of the effect, but it allows him to synchro essentially.
Well, nevertheless, he went with the game plan to make Yazi, and that's a good choice. So,
so you approve?
I approve. I think the effect wheeler might shut down a lot too, because which ones do we knew he already in his hand? He had 2, 3, and as well as a 2, right? So he doesn't have the 1 to work around. Oh, and there goes Debunk.
Debunk on that. That's going to be strong. So now Yazi's just going to hit him for the damage. I mean, he could hit a Mirror Force here, but it doesn't look like... I mean, I wouldn't waste it in this scenario because it's just one Yazi. I guess it depends on how much you want to get rid of it.
I don't know. It looks like it's a pretty difficult situation now for the Yang Xing player to get around.
Okay, so Danglong's effect is when you send the monster to the graveyard, it becomes the level of the sent monster, and Danglong's a tuner as well.
Oh,
so
that makes a lot of sense now.
He sent a level 4, and then sunk the level 4 with the Terror Top, which is a 7, and then Norden left the. Or I'm sorry, he made it a 3. Sunk the Norden with the Danglong, and because Norden left the field, Terror Top got banished.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
That's what happened. Yeah.
Okay. Poor Terror Top. I just don't know why he brought it out then. He could have brought out the dice thing and then used it.
Well, he needed to search the dice. Oh, you mean off of the Norden?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the dice could have gotten some use there. What was the levels beforehand? It was like a 5 and then the 4.
Danglong's a 5, Norden's a 4, and Terror Top was a 3.
Oh, I don't know. I guess that it didn't really matter at that point then.
Yeah. That's okay. But at least now we understood what happened, so that's all good.
So now all we know that's in the Yang Xing player's hand is just 3 Yang Xing, and not Yang Xing. Screw, I hate myself. In the what the heck is the other deck called? Yusenju? Yeah. There's 3 Yusenju cards in his hand now. So I don't know if there's much way he can work around this. Like he can't sink in the attacks with 3 to be able to get the searches he needs to get to.
Raigeki coming down.
That doesn't actually matter as much as I thought it would.
It doesn't. He lets it go through. Now he's going to be able to trigger Chiwen and Yazi, which are both just going to
float a little
pretty much doing what Yang Xing do best. So we get a Chiwen and a Suwani.
Yeah, and again with no way to get around into some direct damage, it's going to be hard to be able to turn this matchup around.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, now he's going to drop the Veiler, and he's going to have the 2 out, or the 3, excuse me. This is just going to be rough, because he could also just sync with the Suwani as well. And he could just make Danglong.
Curious to see how this is going to end out here. It looks like it's pretty much over, but I don't want to make assumptions too early.
Well, just with Slib's hand being so limited in what it's capable of doing, being 3 Yang Xings. And Heisenwolff also has that Ghost Ogre if he needs it as well.
Yeah. I don't know if Ghost Ogre actually does the same thing. Like, it could pop the Yusenju dude when it comes out. Now, does that stop the chain?
It would stop the chain, because Ghost Ogre doesn't stop the effect. But, I mean, it would just give him one less monster to deal with.
Yeah. So I guess you could hit the important one.
Yeah. So it looks like he's going to let this Chiwen die.
Does Chiwa not float when it's empty graveyard?
He already used its effect when he Regeki'd. It's a once
Oh,
per turn
okay.
effect. So now Heisen Wolf drawing into his third Suwani.
Look at that. Oh, baby, a triple.
Dropping the Yangzing Path. Card is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Drawing double Trap
Wow.
Stun. What is it with
How
Heisen
you-
Wolf and drawing the doubles, man? Get this man to a casino. Damn. And what's also really cool is, too, I completely forgot, the Effect Veiler prevents the comma from going back to hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's really
You know what's
important.
unfortunate is the floating effects, are they like blank Yangzing? Like he can only use Suwani's floating effect once per turn?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, so having those doubles is actually really unfortunate.
Yeah, because if Slim has something like a Dark Hole, let's say,
can only
he'd only
float
get
one.
to use he'd only get to float one of them.
It's crazy.
Into the void. Here we go again. We already know what two of
Not
Slim's
that
cards
bad of a
are.
draw though, yeah. Since 2 of the cards are just Usenju though, it's not that bad of a draw. It could be anything else.
So there's comma 3. He could ogre this, and that actually. Oh, he has pillars. Actually, that's even better.
I think that's just how much. What's the life at? Here?
He's at 31. Suwani's 19, and then he's gonna summon something off this, and Chi-Wen's gonna trigger as well.
Oh yeah, he can just normal summon the second Suwani, and the game will just be over from that
Yeah,
point.
or a BN or something like that. I mean,
Unless Slim drew into like a Quaking Mirror Force or something.
that would be, yeah, he would need one of his Mirror Forces, but Slim's just going to surrender because he has nothing left. So Heisen Wolf is going to advance to the top 16, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. We'll see you in the next match.